Hey, what's happening, Real Filmers? I'm here at 2015 AwesomeCon, and I have here with me special guest, Mr. Michael Biehn. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
Good.
How are you?
I'm good.
Right.
So I have to ask, with all the other convention appearances that I know you've had, tons of them, where does, AwesomeCon rank, among those other experiences that you have here being in day two?
Well, I've never been in D.C. before,
Okay.
any length of time, and it's a pretty special city, and I enjoy all the Comic Cons. I enjoy meeting the fans, and I enjoy promoting the movies that myself and Jennifer are making now.
Sure.
And so, for me, it's kind of a win-win all the way around. Come to a good city, meet a lot of fun people, and get to promote our movies.
Okay, all right, great. Now, you've had an opportunity to be a part of, terrific franchises that I'm a fan of, and tons of other, folks out there are fans of. So with the Terminator, it's, taking, an interesting turn in terms of like where they've taken the story. What are your thoughts on, what they've, done in transforming that story?
Well, really, the Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, of course, were both directed by Jim Cameron.
Right.
And, it's really, Jim is really, he's a brilliant filmmaker.
Yeah.
And he's really hard to follow. So, I look at 1 and 2, and I look at them as both really, really, really good movies. And the rest of it is just, to me, a franchise, I'm more excited about the new Aliens that they're going to do.
Right.
Neill Blomkamp has decided to act like 3 and 4 never happened.
Right.
So that would bring me and Newt back, hopefully. And so I'm excited about that.
Okay, and do we have any information on how that's progressing? 'Cause
Well, I can tell you that Fox has greenlit the project, and Ridley Scott's producing it.
Okay.
And Neill is going to direct it, and Sigourney Weaver is signed to do it.
Okay.
And we'll see about me and Newt,
Okay.
But I'd be surprised if they, started after Jim's movie and then killed us off again.
All right. So with that said, you were speaking earlier about Jim. He it's no secret that he regularly works with some of the same actors that he's had over the course of his career, and now that he has Avatar, and those new films that he's still preparing. Have there been any discussions to have you join that?
Actually, I was originally up for the role that Stephen Lang played in Avatar.
Right.
And what happened was he cast Sigourney Weaver and Fox, and once he had Sigourney in Avatar, he kind of thought if I was in Avatar too, the people too much like Aliens, So I know Sigourney's doing 2 and 3, so I don't really expect to be in those films. I know that Jim is he uses those films to raise money for his underwater explorations, and I think he's really more dedicated now to the science of the seas and research and so on and so forth than he is as a filmmaker. I mean, that's the feeling I get these days.
Okay, and lastly, as you said earlier, you've branched out and done, your own films and your, own production of films with Jennifer.
Yeah.
So can you talk a bit of, some of the other projects that you guys are currently, in the process of doing?
I started out by doing a movie called The Victim.
Right, I remember.
I did that. That was kind of they call them grindhouse movies. I learned that expression from Robert Rodriguez.
Right.
Tarantino did that movie.
Sure.
So they're very, very cheap movies. And the Terminator was 6 weeks of shooting. Oh no, it was 6 weeks. No, Terminator was 10 weeks of shooting.
Okay.
And $6 million. And The Victim was 12 days of shooting, and I did it for about $100,000. But we sold it to Anchor Bay, and we started our company, and now we have here's one of the movies here. This one here is called Treachery.
Okay.
This one also sold. I think Anchor Bay picked this one up, and this one you can buy also. And so we're making our own movies, and I get to be the boss, and it's nice not having to work for somebody else.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Michael. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
There you have it, Real Filmers. Till next time.